Hello and welcome to Tina Renee's Dollhouse. I'm your host, Tina Renee, and as always, it's a pleasure to have you here with my guest and I. Now, speaking of guests, you know I have someone fabulous in the house. I have today screenwriter, poet, children's author, and so much more, Miss Raenell Jones. We welcome you so much to the Dollhouse.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
I'm truly excited. I got to tell you, when they told us that you were going to be, we were going to have a children's author in the house, I got really excited because I have a 6-year-old, and his most favorite thing to do right now is read. That's all he's doing is reading. So when they told me you were going to be on, I immediately got excited. Okay, so I want to talk about, first off, some of the things you've done. You have 8 completed screenplays, 4 teleplays, a completed pilot, and 4 books, which we're going to be talking about today. You have Abby the Hopping Bird, yes. Tears to Triumph, you have Healing Psalms, yes. And you also have Pretty Patches.
On its way, yes.
On its way, yes. Not to leave out, you do 5-minute inspirational segments on KCWGTheTruth.com.
That's correct, yes.
Wow. I'd like to just personally give you a round of applause for your accomplishments. Definitely.
To God be the glory.
Absolutely. Okay, now let's go ahead and get started. When did you discover that you had a passion for writing? Is this something that you always did as a child, or did you develop an interest more in your, preteen years?
That's an excellent question, and actually, writing didn't come on until my adult years.
Really?
Well, maybe I'll take that back. What happened is, with a lot of us, we probably get started in something. You try it, write a couple songs, share it with a friend. They laugh. They don't see that you're any good at it and be like, well, I guess it isn't any good either. Right. Did the same thing with writing. Wrote a little bit, shared a little bit. Didn't really think much about it, didn't have much confidence in it. So I just kind of put it aside. But then all of a sudden I'm at a job and I get an idea. What if I do this? What if this was a story? And then all of a sudden I just kept coming up with ideas. And I'm like, this is a movie. I'm like, I don't know how to write a movie. So I just started writing. This was maybe in my 20s, and I just started writing, going to the library and just finding out how to do this. And I just learned on my own.
Wow. Okay. So you didn't reach out to anyone. You just went on your own and looked up, I guess, various books and different resources and just started writing.
Yes. Actually, I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So August Wilson, a great writer, playwright, he went to the library and did the same thing. But after a while, I said, okay, maybe I need to hone this skill, learn it a little bit better, learn a little bit more. So that's kind of what brought me out here to California. I had participated in UCLA professional screenwriting program to really get the craft the way it needed to be. So I've gotten better over the years.
And that's good. Now, in your most recent book, which is Abby the Hopping Bird, yes, it's a story about a bird, Abby, that wants to learn to fly, and she's dealing with issues of teasing, discouragement, everyday issues that children actually do go through. What was your inspiration?
That's true. You got it. That is the story. What came out of that was, Tina, if you wouldn't believe it or not, I'm just driving in my car.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden I'm seeing these birds hop across my car. I'm like, you better fly. I want to run you over. And then I just started thinking, well, why isn't that bird flying? Maybe the bird was told that it can't fly. Or maybe all they know how to do is hop. So that's kind of where the story of Abby the Hopping Bird came in. The fact that, you're used to doing something for so long. And then you say, well, maybe I can do something more. Maybe I can do something different. And then you run into people that says, no, you don't know how to do that. We don't know how to do that. You come from this family. We're hopping birds.
Right, right.
So this is a story to encourage children, but you know what? This was an encouragement to me because a lot of people haven't gone after their dreams, haven't tried for more, haven't really excelled because maybe somebody said they couldn't do it or they're just not used to doing something new and different. So the book was basically a challenge to really step out and do something more, no matter what. Try. Sometimes you fail, but at least you can say you tried.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I was reading, the illustration in the book is actually done by a 10-year-old?
Yes.
How did that happen?
Megan Dominguez.
Yes.
She is actually a good friend of mine's daughter. Her name is, the mother's name is Daisy Guzman. And Megan, I just always enjoyed her drawings. I actually did the first illustrations. She put me to shame.
Yeah, these are, and I'm like, she's 10. These are really good.
Excellent job. Excellent job. She's a great illustrator, very talented. And basically, I just told her the story. She saw the story, and then she just ran with it. And she created this, and she really got the concept of it. And I'm just amazed at her great work. So hats off to Megan Dominguez.
Absolutely. Now, you made mention on your website, which is RaenellJones.com, that Abby the Hopping Bird will not only inspire children, but it's there to inspire everyone not to give up on their dreams. So this book just isn't for children, it's actually for everyone. I mean, and so you don't have to look at it and think, oh, a children's book. It actually teaches you, don't give up.
Yes.
Like you said, you don't have to be a product of your environment.
Yes.
And I love that message. And I have to say, the book brings such a great message. What I like to stress when I come in contact with people right now, I always like to, find out what their passions are, whatever it is, what's your passion? And then I like to encourage them not to ever give up on their dream or their passion, because a lot of people that you come in contact with, they have talent, and they'll know that they have talent, and they know that with enough effort they can be successful in their talents, but because of life's discouragements, they will not, they'll just kind of put it on the back burner. So I can't stress enough how beautiful the message is in the book. Now later we're going to be giving out some information on how to obtain your very own copy of Abby the Hopping Bird, but I want to get into Tears of Triumph. Yes. Tears, and the title alone is so moving. Tears to Triumph. Now you had on your website, RaenellJones.com, a poem called Wake Up.
Yes.
Which was very moving.
Oh, good.
It's basic. I really did. And it's basically a poem about an individual that's kind of like in a depressed state, really discouraged, but then later on in the poem they snap into reality. There's a realization that, I know that I'm going through some things, but I'm not going to let this hinder me from moving forward. That's the message I got from it.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Absolutely. What was your inspiration?
Thank you so much. In regards to the poem, a lot of what I have went through, I've experienced, came out of this book, Tears of Triumph. I have battled with depression. I have battled with low self-esteem. I have battled with loss. So what you have read in the poem was accurate. The thing is, a lot of people are in a season of losing. Loss of job, income, low self-esteem, because of just where we're at in the economy. So I've had to deal with that. And as a result, depression came on. But I thank God for the outlet of writing. And when I wrote these poems, I didn't know that I would have these poems turn around and minister to me and help me. So it's nice to be able to use the writing to encourage someone else. I actually think of the book of Psalms when I did a lot of the poems, because you see so much in the book of Psalms. One of the authors is King David, and he wrote about the love of God and just how awesome God is. But then he'll turn around and also say, oh Lord, what is going on up in here? I need some help. So you'll see all that in this book, because that's what we're all going through. We go through a lot of different things, but the thing is, we're going through. So you have your tears, but you're also moving to triumph.
Absolutely. And now in your other book, Healing Psalms, is it similar to Tears to Triumph?
Yes.
It's a similar message.
Yes, that was my first book. Just was excited to put that together. Somebody had just said, hey, you should create a book. And I'm like, okay. But I didn't think much of it. But with that book, I had someone purchase the book. They actually had cancer. And they had shared that they were just going through a very difficult time. And they had said the poems were an inspiration to them. I never met them, but this is just something they had wrote on a blog. So I just counted a privilege that what God gave me to just encourage myself actually turned around and help somebody else.
Absolutely. And I want to say, Raenell, we all have bad days. No one's exempt. My one day might be a little worse than yours, or one day your day might be worse than mine, but we all have bad days. That's and no one's exempt. And it's always great when we can turn to a passage or a book and get some sort of inspiration to uplift us. It's a beautiful thing when you have something, you know, at your fingertips that you can look and say, you know what, I'm really going through it. Pick up the book, read a poem, and actually feel uplifted. So I just commend you. It's a beautiful book, and it definitely will help that individual who's going through, or maybe if you know someone that's going through something, and in a depressed state, you can always pick it up, read a poem, I should say, and you really truly will be uplifted. Just reading Wake Up helped me. I liked it. We all have bad days. Day special. You can get both Abby the Hopping Bird and Tears of Triumph for $15. Ultimate deal. Ultimate deal.
It is.
Yeah, you can get them both for $15. So definitely RaenellJones.com. Go and make the purchase, $15 for both books.